Hello. Just one random strand of hair the whole time. Hope everybody's doing well on this Thursday, almost Friday. So the painting continues. How are you doing, Celery? How did the job interview go? With the missus, not yours. I'm always lacquer. Always lacquer. Doesn't help to complain. Right, let's continue working. Ah, okay, that sucks. That here. Well, I can only hope for the right job to turn up, so just gotta keep on looking and hoping for the best. I think I'm just gonna finish up the face quickly. Say quickly. We can see if we can get going on some of the other stuff. So I'm just gonna continue with this dead flesh and ice yellow mix. Yeah, no. No, luckily I'm very fortunate with my first and only job so far, where I was kind of had a guarantee on my job security before I went into studying, so all I had to do is do my part and not suck at my job. So it's been going good so far. Ah no, fuck that noise. Working over weekends. Nah. Not doing that for anything. You gotta have some rest time, you can't work weekends. That is nothing, no new news of jobs being very scarce, but jeez. Doing that for not a lot of money is just gonna break down yourself mentally. This is looking lacquer. Lacquer. Always lacquer. Hey, you had a nice stream earlier today. I think I've realized now, as soon as you hit around, say, the 20 to 25 to 30 mark viewers, then the chat kind of rolls nicely. You don't have to do a lot of fishing to get a topic rolling. I think that's also a good thing that I could help experience. So yeah. So you just have to keep on grinding and then the people will come, because Indira, JW Miniatures, jeez bro, big players. But I could imagine it is kind of hard to paint and do all of that. So you kind of have to try to throw the whole conversation into your chord, kind of just whatever you say kind of rolls off and guides the discussion so that you can have some easier painting than trying to follow chat the whole time. Oh, phone calls. Hold on, chat. Alright, so first, usually the missus still works around this time, so she's already on her way to work, on her way back. So let's see if we can get something decent going. Because I have other stream I have to attend a little bit later in the evening, so I can't be sitting, unfortunately, painting the whole time until that time. Kirby the Destructive, eh? Just want to lighten up this inside of the ear a little bit, because I want to do a little bit of a magenta-ish magenta-ish like wash over, just to bring in some like fleshy feeling to this green skin. Food palette. Oh no. Hunting dog. Sniffs out everything. Let's do some work on this other ear. And we can start doing some final highlights. Probably try to figure out the whole idea for the plinth over the weekend. Excited to see if I have a win in that or a fail, but hopefully we can get a win out of that. There's a little bit of a wonky idea I have. So we'll see if we can get it right and and it's gonna be the first time doing some freehand on a backdrop for plinth. It should be interesting. Oh, yeah. This is something new. Welcome, Wildstorm. Well, I might as well just say Richard because we know who it is. Now, squeaking in a quick stream before the missus comes home and all the other stuff, and then our little arrangement at 8. So, glad to see you here. Some interesting stuff happened actually today, especially on Celery's stream. So there's this 2 little known Instagram people called Yadiro and JW Miniature. Oh, what's JW's full thing? Miniature painting. So Yadiro is that one guy that does these mad outdoor paintings, paint jobs. Also a Golden Demon winner. So it was quite fun having him on Celery stream and having a chat with him. And then Celery also, I think, pretty much had his highest viewer count stream today, which was awesome. But ended kind of a little bit in a a not so great climatic scene where we raided somebody, but then he had to also go off and away. So I think that raid should have been a little bit better allocated. So we'll blame bot for that one. So, but yeah. So I almost feel like I have to. Ah, thanks, Richard. It's the first time painting such light green skin, so it's kind of a vibe. But I took the tips I learned from you of doing some purple pre-shading and stuff, so that all the shades are at least nice and vibrant and not so dead. So in hand, when you move it around a little bit more, you get a better sense of all the shading. Yeah, enjoying this little bust. It's a much smaller than the Chrome other was, so at least that's one thing. So let's start to lighten up this mix a little bit. I assume you're also still grinding away in the background. I think you said your historicals are going out of the door on Friday. So it's also good to get them out. Thanks, appreciate it. Okay. Almost. Ah, that's even better. Take it that the client wasn't too happy with the screw you, I'm not doing any more historicals. Okay, that's at least good. I think the answer would still be a very strong no. Done with historicals. New and more exciting things are in the horizon, so you'll just have to deal with it. The little jawline highlighted as well. Ah, is it for Pegasus? Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, I would also kind of feel a little bit interested in that one. But that Picasso model Werner's got on Warren's group is also looking very nice. Interesting to actually see that all joined and primed and ready to go. Okay, nah, then you can go ahead and shove it. Very much. So, Celery, seeing that you are a mod on my stream, let's see if we can give Richard a shout out. So for everybody watching, Richard is our South African, I don't know what to call it, our sensei. So he introduced me to the hobby by giving me my first miniature painting class. So all the fun things you guys are watching, he has a little hand in that, getting me all the advice and little tips and tricks and stuff I ever wanted to ask. So hopefully we'll have some more clarity after Friday night, because he earns our, I would say, probably the most well equipped for specialized hobby stuff regarding miniatures and stuff. Shops in South Africa, which is called Wildstorm Studios. So he's been giving us slight teasers that maybe he's gonna be coming to Twitch. So let's see if we can get him some viewers so far, that when that day comes, that he at least has some people that already knows about him. He can support more miniature painters, and let's expand the hobby on this platform. That's what I want to hear. Looking forward to all the news. But yeah, Twitch is a very strange. I think it's also one of the cases, even though you don't have, where is this? Okay, I'll catch caught up on that one. So I think Celery would also agree with this. Even though that you aren't really streaming too much at the moment or still deciding on starting to stream, it's also just always a good thing to watch a lot of some of the streams and just interact here and there, because it's the same principle. What we do and watch in our free time is basically our networking, so everybody learns from each other who's who and who paints what. So at the end of the day, if you do decide to stream, everybody's like, hey, I know this guy, we had a few chats on the stream and stuff. So, and if you're lucky enough, somebody could raid you and then you don't know what to do with 30 people watching you. But it's all good fun in the end of the day. I'm also looking forward to that. All good. Keep well, Richard. We'll chat soon, later tonight. Another phone call. Sorry, guys. You gotta answer the phone when the missus calls, else you're gonna be in trouble. Hey, Stash. Good to see you here as well. Yeah, I know. I don't think there's a. Do I have a swear block on? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, no, I would also. I think my biggest raid I've got was probably around the 20s. I don't know, I can't remember. But I say you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm just painting, chilling, having my nice little group, having some small chats here and then, here and there, and then all of a sudden, hey, this person raided you with like 20 people, and you're like, oh, okay. Let's try not to panic. But it is a lot of fun in the end of the day. Put you in these weird little situations. Jeez, I'm shaking like a mad lad. Ah, yeah. I remember. I almost forgot that day. Yeah. No, most definitely. Oh yeah, that's still the day when I bumped, or the ironing board bumped most of my models off from my display case, so I wasn't too much in the most chattiest of moods, but then I just had to kind of swallow everything, well, not swallow my pride, but try to get myself back into the correct headspace, not to be negative Nancy while somebody did all the effort of rating me and giving me a little bit of a, or not a little bit of a big chance to help me grow. So sometimes you just gotta swallow that pill and get over yourself. Right. I think the only thing that is distracting all of the contrast at the moment is because of the airbrushing work that's been bled over around. So I think I might have to clean that up. But let's prick the eyes so long. And then you can see how it starts to look. Okay, that's us work emails. We're done with work for today. so we can ignore that. Was that guy we rated today? Well, sorry, we. You rated today, Celery? They had some nice ideas with the Necrons, with the LEDs in the Necron, so it was actually pretty cool to see, even though we caught him on a bad time. Ah, which map? Oh, is it the forest druid you talking about? Which one you talking about? Let's see. Grab some ivory. That one and dude with the massive sword and the base thingies. Ah, dude with the massive sword. Which one is this? Saint Link or picture thing. I can't remember all the minis. It's too much. Dude with the massive sword. I know you showed me one with a massive sword. I can't remember how it looked because we were still joking it's gonna be Skull 2.0. Seen it on Disky. Ah, yes, this one. Very nice. Yeah, he's gonna be fun to paint. Yeah, what I like, he's got a very pronounced like facial features, and the sword's nice and big, and the muscles are nice, and he doesn't have too many things going on around him. That's very nice. I like it. So let's see if my hand shakes. More chilled now. I said this is probably one of the most funnest faces I've painted. Let's just get that little corner. And then this is the same on the other eye. Get that really tight recess. Lager. Okay. What color for the eyes? That is a very good question. I don't know. Can do a very like, shit, I don't know. I wanted to say like, say a pale blue green. I don't know. I think it would be a little bit lost in all the green. What I'm feeling I want to do now is just redraw the eyebrows, and that kind of gives a better idea of how the entire face looks. Because at the moment there's just a lot of green everywhere, so quickly see. Is this abyssal blue? No, we don't want that. What I want to do maybe is just give it a slight wet blend, maybe of a gray and white, so I can put the same contrast colors just over the eyebrows as a initial sketch. So let's do that. Let me just grab some nice fluid paints for that. So we can, I want to use bold titanium. Let's use those. Or rather use a, what is this? No, bright warm grey. Oh, I feel so bad for the people watching. This was supposed to be a longer stream, but it is pretty shitty weather here today. So I can actually show you guys something. It's going to be on the phone, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad. So my girlfriend, them are doing like a pop-up shop or pop-up cafe thing. So this is the kitchen where they're working in, and the wind is just horrible here today. So you're gonna hear some of the audio over the mic, but oh, does not look fun. So that was what they were supposed to be working in today, and they were doing a rosé launch today on the worst weather you could imagine. So I was like, yeah, that looks like pretty good weather to do a launch for wine. So I don't think the wine launch went too well. So yeah. Celery, you see, it's fun down here in Cape Town, man. No bad weather. It's all good times. No, it's more like working in construction than working. Ah, no, man, the wind's not that bad down here. You'll survive. You'll get used to it. Usually my allergies is also very bad, but it's been getting better since I've actually lived in the Cape Town area. It was really bad when I was still growing up on the farm, because we were grain farmers and wheat farmers. So I actually had an allergy for the dust that came off of it when it was just before harvest time. So me being a farm boy and being very allergic to that was not a very good mix. So it wasn't a very hard decision for me to, like, when my dad asked me, do you want a farm or can we sell the farm? I was like, nah, I'm all good. So let's not take this big brush. So I've got some neutral grey and some white. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a wet blend. And then I can put some of that orange contrast paint over it. Just have some similar tones, what I have on the hair. I'm gonna pick up one, so... okay, so you're one of those. My one friend who I always joke around with, it's a colleague of mine. He also got like COVID, and just after the COVID recovery, he got food poisoning and everything. So we've been friends for like since 2005. So I always joke with him and say like, the wind can just breeze against him and then he gets sick. So it's nothing new. But yeah, so like it's pretty bad migraines and stuff, a lot. Yeah, no, fortunately for me as well, I don't really get sick, but when I do, I go hard into the paint. And I'm not one that likes to go to the doctor, so it usually ends up me like having a massive fever, boiling in bed and getting cold sweats. And then my girlfriend has to call the doctor and drag me to the appointment. Yeah, so we pretty much got the same thing with the asthma and the allergies. I do have a feeling I'm starting to outgrow it a little bit, especially the asthma, where it's not as bad anymore. Because usually it was the case of when I had a big laugh or whatever, then it would be like, where's my asthma inhaler? Because then I know it's like, okay, all good and fun for now, but now I really have to chill and breathe. No, okay, yeah, no, definitely not go work at that place. Because if they can't even have health and safety correct during a pandemic time, they're not going to be very understanding if you have other things going on in your life. Take it that this is one of those songs again where there's like dead air for like 1 minute. I just want to blend this a little bit out and then we can fix the music. Painting details around stuff that you already painted is always a very fun experience. This one eyebrow is a little bit weirdly sculpted, but it's okay. So let's fix the music. What's going on here? Wink. That's like literally like 5 minutes of no audio. Good job. Right. So one thing I want to try in the ears is this one? Color. Use this as a glaze inside of the ears, just to kind of get that transparency in, as most of the cases. Some bottles aren't even opened yet. Have you sold your paints yet, Celery? Are you still holding on to them? Okay. Makes sense. Grab some of this. Make a little blaze here. What is this? Let me see. Very slight tint to it, not want too much. Yes. Let's see what you sent. Is this? Oh. Do you think I am? Hmm? Do you think I'm a wizard? Yeah, those have big eyes, but I don't know. I'll be able to pull that off. That's actually a good idea, doing like a dark instead of black. Do like the nice outline, but then already introduce a gradient into it. And then you can do your other eye color and then your black and then your two little marks. Not a bad idea. Not an idea. I am not wizard. Ah, you want me to do makeup? Jeez, bro. One step at a time. I'm too scared to even put some of that red glaze onto her cheeks. Why would I do makeup? That should be dry. It's actually not a... I think if the hair was a little bit more back and not so around the eyebrows, maybe. I think that would work for, like, say, a ponytail. It's just the guy that's tattoos. Oh, the tattoos were on his body, not on his face. I like sneaking like a Tinkerbell tattoo at the back or something, I don't know. Or I can like go full Mike Tyson and like do a face tattoo or something. But we'll not do that today. I'm just gonna take this. What is this? Orange contrast Griffhound. Orange is same what was on her hair, just the post Pixie Malone. Yeah, something like that. Let's just put that there and then knock that down. So Does look a lot more brown in the start. Let's have it in frame. Yoink. Let's double down a little bit over time. It's one of those weird paints that lose saturation, obviously because it's a ink and glossy. So as soon as we do some varnishing or it dries over time, it's going to lose some of that saturation. That's fine for now. I'll at least have a better idea on how bright the face is. So let's close this pot before we have a 90 rand accident. The only thing I hate about the contrast paints is that they're so freaking expensive. Let's do a little bit of a nos. I'm feeling happy enough with the skin. Might still boost it here and there. And on this side I want mostly not so bright, because I'll just repeat myself like a record. So this is a plinth. So it extends far from behind the plinth. So I want to do a plinth where she's say more or less in that height area. And then I want to have the backdrop extend outwards. Lunar, welcome. Thank you for the follow. So I want to extend the backdrop outwards and then have it go up again, so kind of like a bendy bend and up, so that the backdrop's at the back like that. But instead of just having a straight one, I want to have it come out and then make a T shape, so it goes up and around, and then I want to bend that T shape around her, that kind of not completely covers her, just have like a slight bend from top. And then I want to do like a moonlit scene on the one side, which is illuminating her face on the one side. So when you turn the model, you kind of have that perspective play where the model is more forward and not rotating as much, where the backdrop's a little bit more three-dimensional. That's the idea. I haven't seen anybody do a bust way of that on 75mm and stuff. I've seen like people do more extended backdrops where it kind of integrates again into the front ground. So I don't know if that would work or not, but if it works, it works. If it fails, at least we learn something. We can try to improve on that. So I have a sneaky suspicion my girlfriend's gonna be home very soon. So what I want to try actually tomorrow maybe. You're busy banning bots. Which bots? Oh, is that all that voice? The one with all the numbers the whole time subscribing, or not subscribing, following. Because he said something about it on stream today and was like, I've kind of noticed that as well, but now that you mention it, it makes more sense. So what I want to do for the material is I don't want to do like smooth coverage of everything. So I got this other product that I do use a lot because I'm very shitty at airbrushing and not messing up my stuff. So this masking putty. So I get pans of putty, and you can see all the paint residue from the hair I did on the chroma there. So that doesn't impact the. Just have to tease this stuff out a little bit or mix it up, and it usually goes away. So it doesn't stick to the model, but it's very nice and rubbery. So I'll just cover up the not the cloth portion, and then I want to take a sponge and build up all the textures of a sponge for a little piece on the front, so it looks a little bit more material like cloth wise, instead of having that so very smooth. And then the little neck rope thing, I have no idea, but I want to have the same color with this and her hairpiece, and then she's still got these twigs in her hair as well. The wings I still have to play around with, but I actually like the idea of having that darker purple and then the more lighter blue. So I think I'll just airbrush that out and then do a lot of the other textures. And then I can just do the hair and the eyes and the rest of the stuff. I might just do a little bit of a green glaze over the eyebrows just to bring that down. We'll see how that looks tomorrow, once the shine dried out a little bit more. And I also want to do a matte varnish over the skin just to lock everything in place. Yeah, that is the plan for tomorrow. So unfortunately, a very short stream, but hopefully everybody who joined enjoyed it. So I do thank you all for watching, and then like I said earlier this week, I want to actually paint a whole model on stream. I've been very bad with not doing that. I usually do stream during the week, but then I do a lot of testing and stuff, and then weekend comes and I'm like, okay, oh no, cool, I got like 8 hours to paint on Saturday and 8 hours to paint on Sunday again, and then 16 hours later the model's done. So let's rather not try to do that in the future. So luckily this one I've been painting the whole time on stream, so I want to actually try get all of that at least on video archive as I pump out the stuff to YouTube as well. Not doing any videos, I'm just uploading the VODs there. So yeah, but yeah, let's see if we can do a small little bit of a raid. I have not done a raid in a while, so let's see. Oh, speak of the Dateable, Dorian is online, so let's go. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. You just have to spell secrets right, Celery. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that one. So let's join in the confusion of doing a raid. So for you guys who do not know who Endorian is, he is a wizard with painting. He's also a golden demon winner, so do stick around a little bit, because I assume that he knows what he's talking about. So let's just see if that was spelled right. Yeah, that's correct. Who should I raid now? Oh, you just... Who are you talking about? Oh, you said Endorian. You want me to raid Celery? Come on. Playing with my emotions. Oh no, I know raid. So we're gonna go raid Hindorian. So thank you all for joining. I'll see everybody tomorrow night, hopefully, maybe, or this time. So then hopefully over the weekend. So thank you all for joining. Hopefully it's fun at least to watch. I'm forcing myself to talk more during the stream, so hopefully that does help with a little bit of entertainment value. So yeah, we're gonna jump over to the raid. Everybody stay safe. Have a nice day further, night, afternoon, morning, and I'll see you all again soon. Cheers.
Ooh, who's Asher painting? Hey everyone, and thanks for the raid. Let's see if Ash will also arrive. What did you paint? And how are you, everyone? There he is. Thank you for the raid, man. How was your stream? What were you working on?